record that. All right, awesome. There we go. So, first things first, we start out with the usual name and title, please.
Patrick Haan, Patrick, capital D, lowercase e, space, capital H, lowercase AAN, head of petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy.
All right, awesome. So, Patrick, also known as the Gas Buddy guy out there. Again, thank you. Thanks for taking some time for us here today. I happened to see your press release earlier this week, and there was a few things that caught my attention. One, not only are we going to be maybe saving money on gas this summer, and of course, this is all maybe, but it looks like it's going to be pretty busy, not only this weekend, but just in the weeks to come here until, early September.
Yeah, the combination of low gas prices are going to do it for a lot of Americans. Our travel survey, indicated it's going to be a very busy summer. 69% of respondents to our survey this year said that they'll be traveling for a major road trip at least once. A third of them even twice, and 40% saying that they're going to drive 5 hours to their destination. So that's a lot of time on I-94 sitting in traffic or, 37. The good news is you're going to be paying less if you're traveling via car to those destinations. The average gas price in Wisconsin just under the $3 a gallon mark, but it may creep up. Oil prices have gone up in the last couple of weeks. Ultimately, though, Americans, to your earlier point, spending about $175 million less on gasoline every single day. In Wisconsin, that amounts to about a savings of 40 cents a gallon compared to what you were spending last year going to Memorial Day.
Wow, and that's real money back in your pocket, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you've got a big pickup truck, if you're hauling or driving an RV, we're talking not just about, quarters and nickels here. We're talking about the real Benjamins, 5, 10, even $20 a tank, especially if you've got an RV that's got a 50 or 100 gallon tank. I mean, we're talking in that case, somewhere in the ballpark of 30 to 40.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, what can people expect then as they are on the roadway over the next couple of days specifically? Because obviously, as we said, this is the weekend. I don't know how much you've traveled up Interstate 39 once you hit north of Wausau here. It gets to be stop and go traffic in wide open areas because people are heading to Tomahawk, Rhinelander. They've got the cabin up there. What can those people expect to be seeing this weekend?
Yeah, and apparently I don't travel on Wisconsin roads often enough because I mentioned I-37 instead of I-39. I knew it was the upper 30s, but I've been up to Stevens Point, so I'll leave it there. But, ultimately on this Memorial Day weekend, you'll find a lot of sub $3 prices, especially if you're using the Gas Buddy app to find those lower prices. If you're not shopping around, you may find prices that are higher, especially if there's an area where there's only one station. There tends to be a little bit less competition. It should not be difficult, though, for motorists to find sub $3 gas all Memorial Day weekend long. And really, I would hope that that would continue through much of the summer as well.
So then, when people are looking around for gas, I mean, what are your tips for them? Obviously, you're the Gas Buddy guy. You're the one with all the secrets, right?
I think the number one thing I do, whether even before I was with Gas Buddy, I mean, that's a whole other story on how I came to use Gas Buddy. I initially was a user of the platform. I mean, people don't like to slow down. When you say use your cruise control and go slow, it's like, okay, we've got, the joke is what, 2 months of summer in Wisconsin? We're not driving slow to get there. So,
No
if you're not
kidding.
going to drive slower and use cruise control, at least shop around, especially, by the way, if you're heading downstate or out of state, especially here, because I'm talking to you from Illinois, the land of expensive gas. If I cross into Kenosha, I'm going to see gas prices 30 to 40 cents lower. And if you're one of those in Wisconsin heading into Illinois for whatever reason, if you want to pay more, you'll want to make sure that you fill up right across the state line, whether that's in Beloit, if you're, taking 94. Well, actually, see, again, 90. So, fill up on the right side of the border in the Gas Buddy app, or Google Maps or Waze can show you exactly those spots where to fill up.
Then, last thing before we let you go, I know this is something that a lot of people do, and it's look for the reward programs. I mean, do
Yeah.
you have that in front of you? If you've got like the here in Wisconsin, we've got the Quick Trip app, and
Yeah.
we've also got if you shop at Festival, we've got that link to Quick Trip as well. What is the biggest impact of those, or what kind of savings can you expect for those?
Yeah, it's free money. If you like to patronize the same station every time, more power to you. A lot of stations have these loyalty programs, and I use them religiously as well. Whether you're on the road, whether there's your favorite brand in your backyard. I think I probably got 4 or 5 different gas apps myself, and a lot of these loyalty programs will roll back your price 5, 10, even 25 cents. I mean, some of them have, sign up offers that save on your first few fill-ups. So if you don't have a loyalty app that you're using this holiday weekend, you're literally burning money by not using them. So check out the loyalty programs. There's also credit cards that have rebates and rewards. Even Gas Buddy has a pay card that can save you up to 33 cents a gallon. So make sure you use the loyalty programs. Make sure, however you're paying, you get a benefit, whether it's a cash discount or a kickback or using the Gas Buddy card. All of those will help you reduce that retail price.
Last thing then, when you are at, these parties and these gatherings, how many times do you get asked about work?
It can't be avoided. I think a lot of Americans have an obsession. Gasoline is the one thing that you buy and you don't really see it, right? You see your gas gauge goes up. So I think there's a lot of curiosity with why in the world. I mean, all the time. Why is this station this? Why is it that? Why does it always go up for the holidays? Probably the number one answer or no, number one question, especially ahead of the holidays.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I have to tell people when I get asked about my work, I say I'm leaving work at work. Look, I'm here to watch football. I'm here to watch soccer. Let's go ahead and do that.
It's nice when you can like leave it. Sometimes I'll have people shoving the Gas Buddy app in my face and demanding an answer. Here's the Gas Buddy app. I use it. I demand an answer. So sometimes it's hard to escape.
Yeah, no. Well, hey, Patrick, again, we appreciate the time, appreciate the insight. Safe travels if you're heading somewhere, and just don't leave those packages unattended on your front porch. Just don't. Just
That's right.
don't.
And don't leave the fuel savings on your porch either. Make sure you're saving this holiday and all summer long.
Absolutely.